Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Works Podcast. I'm your host, Lil BK, joined by
El Scorcho, East Bay, Bookie Killer.
And of course, the Phenom. I don't gotta hype myself up. You guys already know what you guys got over here.
All right, so a quick recap how we did last week on our Pick 6 segment. El Scorcho and the Phenom went 4 for 6, and for the first time, your boy was on top. Lil BK went 5 for 6. I lost my blue chip.
Okay,
It was kind of bullshit, but we're not
we'll
going to talk about that.
Hey, you see the work? You see the work?
So
We'll give him a light pat on the back.
hey, come on, y'all were talking mess last week.
A
So.
couple weeks ago, we're
Yeah.
giving a kick in the ass, but yeah, we'll give him a
We
light
got
pat
a
on
new
the back.
champion this week.
All right, so let's recap this Monday Night Football game.
Okay.
Well, real quick, I just want
Or-
to say before we get to the Monday Night Football game, I want to say, you know what? Last week we bounced back. We finally did it. We told
Yes,
you guys
we
this
did.
was the week. We liked the card. We liked the picks. We felt confident. And guess what? If you listen to our picks, I know you made money this weekend. Now, Joey, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that Monday night game because not everything went as planned. Even though I still hit on the over on that game, I saw some robbery. I saw robbery out there.
Yeah, there was
The
a
officiating-
lot of questionable calls from the officials.
Guys, you guys,
Carry on.
seriously, you guys have got to be careful on who do you guys put your money on these days. There's been a lot of bad officiating going around, as the Phenom just mentioned. There's been a lot of highway robbery. I'm telling you, this is getting ridiculous. You got to arrest some of these motherfuckers. And I feel bad for a lot of these head coaches because at the end of the day, some of these fools are going to be getting cut. They're going to be getting fired at the end of the season, all because they dropped a game or two in which the refs had a hand in it. Last night's game was a prime example, guys. Anybody that watched Detroit against Green Bay, Detroit should have won that game hands down. Hands
Yes.
down.
I think yes, they should have won the game, but then you also think they did f up. They couldn't get to the end zone on offense at all. So it's kind of like that's not the refs' fault. It's them not being able to catch the ball. Hawkinson dropped a touchdown. Yeah, it was kind of a hard pass hard pass or hard throw. But I mean, that's a play you got to make. You're an NFL player. You got to make those catches for touchdowns.
You know what? I see what you're saying, Joey. As for example, let's say I'm jaywalking. I'm a pedestrian. I'm crossing the street, but your ass is speeding, and you happen to hit me, and all of a sudden it's my fault because I'm jaywalking. Fuck that. There's still rules that you gotta follow. There's still rules the refs gotta follow.
Yeah.
They were making up calls last night.
Yeah,
They were absolutely making up
think-
calls last night.
If those plays,
Let's
if
keep
those
it real.
calls are early in the game,
Yeah.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the fact
Fourth
that it was
quarter.
so late in the game,
Fourth quarter,
that's a play.
they
that's a
could
play
have
you don't make.
completely changed the game. Am I right,
Yeah,
guys?
it changed the game.
And I feel like this is not just this game either. I think this is getting more. It's getting a lot more controversy just because it was on a primetime game. But we've seen this all year long.
All year,
As a
yeah.
Bronco fan, I already know what this is too. I've seen it with the roughing the passer penalties, all that kind of shit. All I know is they got to figure something out quick because it's costing a lot of people money.
Yeah, and not only that, let's
Hey,
keep
don't-
in mind
don't
this.
mess with my money,
Don't mess
man.
with my money,
Don't
man.
mess with
That's
my
one
money.
thing you do not want to mess with.
And let's
people's
keep
money.
in mind, guys, this was a Monday night game, so a lot of the people that got raped over the weekend with their parlays or their fucking
Exactly.
straight bets, they were trying to make their money back
Exactly.
especially after that egg,
Especially
the
us.
Chargers laid on Sunday Night Football. They were trying to make some of that money back, and they were taking the darling, the underdog who was covering like a mother, 4-1 against the spread. All of a sudden, they decide to rob him in Green
Yeah.
Bay. Highway robbery, guys. Highway robbery. But again, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Let's
Moving
let's
on,
talk about
we are in week 7.
week 7.
Week
finally.
7.
And
This is going by,
yeah,
man.
of course.
It's
It's
going
a-
by pretty fast.
And
It's
to open up
ridiculous.
week 7 this week, we got the Broncos at home taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now, the line is +3 for the Broncos. Right. Let me see the.
It opened up. It opened up a 4.5.
Yeah, it's been moving. It's been moving a lot for money's been coming in on Denver. Let me just check the over under. What do you guys think about this game though
Okay.
so far?
Quick thing. Do you guys want to add that to our little records? Add just for this
Oh, no,
Thursday
this
night
game-
football
no,
game,
this
or
is just
discussion. This is just discussion.
Yeah,
Discussion.
All right. Honestly, because I'm a Raiders fan, so I'm gonna go for the Broncos because I want first place, man. I want to make some playoffs this year. I want to
Okay.
surprise a lot of people. So I'm gonna go for Denver, no matter what the spread is. I don't really care. I just want them to win by any means necessary. So the Raiders win this week, get first place, and so I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Yeah,
I
and
mean
just
the Broncos.
to go ahead and make sure that this line is correct at the moment, it's looking like it's +3 Denver Broncos over under is 48.5.
Yeah. What did it open up though?
It opened up at 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, right after the games on Sunday, it opened up as 4.5.
Kansas City minus 4.5.
As you know, KC is on a 2-game losing streak. Denver's on a 2-game win streak. This is a game where honestly I'm liking Denver. I think I'm not just saying that because I'm a Bronco fan, but +3.5 I see value there. You're at home. The Broncos always play the Chiefs tough at home. even when they've had weak ass quarterbacks like Simeon and fucking
but this is week
Keenum.
defense this time.
Yeah, and so I feel like Denver should be able to keep this game close. They might even surprise a few people and pull out the victory just because Mahomes is kind of hurt at the moment. And if the pass rush gets to him and they kind of aggravate that ankle a little bit more, you never know what's going to happen.
See, I don't know.
You never know what's going to happen.
I don't trust Denver's defense. I don't trust that. Oh yeah, they're on 2 wins when they played the Chargers and the Titans. That's not really impressive.
Hope.
But I mean, this week would be an impressive win. I think for sure.
When a team has hope, that's when it's scary.
Especially
you know what? I think Denver's having a nice rebound right now. They're coming up to shore to where their defense was expected to be at the beginning of the season. They're shoring up the defensive line, which is kind of sad now that they lost Bradley Chubb for the season. You need that pass rush. You need that player to be in there plugging in those holes and helping you out. Denver's coming into their own identity right now, I feel. They're running the ball, playing good defense. Their offense is still anemic. It's pathetic. You can't watch them. They're averaging at best 19 points a game.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You need more than that to be able to beat a good Kansas City team.
Yeah, but they did play against good defenses.
Yeah,
they
have.
Good defenses all year.
They have.
The Broncos?
Yeah.
So anyway, the Phenom was throwing some stats out there about how the line has been moving up and down. The last 10 fucking head-to-head matchups between these two ball clubs, Kansas City's taken 7 out of the past 7 out of the past 10.
They've actually won the last 7.
So Denver's only taken the money 3 times out of the last 10 times they've met. Everything points to Kansas City. And now you're getting value, and I call it value because, had you talked about this game 2 weeks ago, would we really be talking about Denver only giving away 3 points?
Very true.
No way. No way.
Close to 7.
All right. We'll be at 6.5, close to 7, maybe even 7.5 on some books. Look, you're getting value with Kansas City, but you're getting value for a reason. Kansas City is a wounded animal. Denver's coming strong. Denver's coming strong, and I'm not trying to pump them up.
You can't come up strong when you played a crappy team, though.
Oh yeah, no.
So that you can't say, I came up strong. Like, who did you beat? You beat the Titans.
Right.
They're not an impressive team. You beat the Chargers.
I agree with you, but they can only beat whoever's on their schedule.
I want to make a point real quick. So it's kind of like with the Niners. They beat weak ass teams in the beginning, and now they're looking like a juggernaut after they have the momentum build up and they beat the Rams. Just saying, hey, it's gonna be interesting. We'll find out.
Honestly, in my opinion,
that was a very good point.
When people said the Rams were a test, I didn't think so at all.
No, well, that was a very good point because I believe, and in my opinion, and it's just my opinion only, I've been calling San Francisco a farce team all season long. That was their come out party.
Yep.
That was their game where they showed up. And they said, "Hey, look, we're for real. We're not to be underestimated."
They're number 1 in every category. If you look at,
that's what I'm saying.
So they had number 1 in everything.
So they had their team, and let's keep in mind, like Joey says, the little BK over here, little Burger King says, you know what? They are not the best team right now. The Rams are not. They're not the same teams they were. They were a year ago.
On paper, they are,
but that.
Hey, this can go the same way though too. Like we said with the Cowboys, they're playing weak teams, and they play good teams, and they lose, and then it looks like it's true.
Yeah.
They're not for real. Anyway, you know what, guys? We spent enough time with this game. Like we said, it's not part of our record this week.
No, not at all.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hop into our pick six segment.
Yeah, pick six.
Hey, you guys want to talk about that trade that went down today?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's. Yeah, we can talk about it real quick.
I mean, why not?
It's
worth the mention.
Ramsey got traded to the Rams for like a couple picks.
Yeah, two first round picks, which is a big deal, and I think they got like a 4th or something as well.
Yeah.
Raiders should have traded that.
Yeah.
Raiders should have made that trade, to be honest.
But. And then the Rams also shipped out Marcus Peters, which at first we were like, what the hell are you doing? Because you got Aqib Talib on the IR, or he's going on IR designated to return. And then you trade Peters. You're like, who the hell are you going to have as a corner?
Who won that trade in your guys' opinion?
The Jags. The Jags.
No doubt.
Yes. The Jags need picks right now. I mean, they have a promising young core. I mean, if Minshew is doing what he's been doing, I'm not talking about last week, they can win with this guy, and he can be a future. But you just got to get a little more pieces around him. Get him a couple more weapons.
Oh, I know for sure they can win with this guy. This guy's not a bad quarterback at all. He's been proving it.
At the end of the day,
week after week.
At the end of the day, too, you have a guy that doesn't want to be there, like Ramsey. He did not want to be there. It's not good for the chemistry on the team, the culture of the team. I think it was time to move on from him anyway. So they got more than I thought they would for him. I didn't think they were going to get.
No, yeah, Jacksonville definitely got a win on that trade, and they made out with 2 first-round draft picks, which are extremely valuable. Yeah. And on top of that, they picked up a 4th.
Yep.
I mean,
All right,
Good trade.
let's start with the pick six segment.
Yeah, pick six segment, guys.
Armando, start
For
us
week
off.
I'm gonna
7.
go ahead and open it up. One game that caught my eye looking at this card that we got is gonna be the Bears at home taking on the Saints. The Saints are the underdogs, plus 3.5. Over under is 38.5. What the hell is going on? How are the Saints underdogs, man? This is a team that, in my opinion, is a lot better than the Bears. A lot better than the Bears. I think the Saints. Where are the Saints? Are they 4-1 right now?
They're 4-1.
They've only got
And
one loss.
They've only got one loss,
And that's
correct?
with Bridgewater. Bridgewater has only lost one game.
Yes.
If they showed stats the other day of all the backup quarterbacks that are in,
Mhm.
and they showed like who has the best. Kyle Allen has the best. I think he's like undefeated or something like that. And then Bridgewater is second in a backup quarterback. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nobody thought Bridgewater was.
So yeah,
the
like Joey's saying, and then also the identity of this team has changed since Drew Brees has been gone. It hasn't been that high scoring offense. We're gonna go ahead and beat you guys in a shootout kind of game. It's been a kind of game where they're like, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and grind it out with Kamara in the trenches, and we're gonna go ahead and play good defense and just beat you the hard way. But you know what, this kind of ball they're playing is it's very sustainable for them. When
Yeah,
you have
so-
a good defense, it's gonna make your life a lot easier. And the Bears, hey, we're talking about good defenses. This is a defensive battle right here. The Bears, we all know how they are on defense. They kind of gave up a little bit at the end of that Raider game last week,
They have a
and
lot.
they let them
They
drive
look
down
bad.
the field on them. But you know what? This is an easy picking game for me. I like the Saints plus 3.5. I think the Saints will win. So if you're giving me points, I'm gonna take that, no doubt about it.
You know the weather in Chicago?
I was just gonna
I
ask.
was gonna ask that right now.
I
This
have
would
no
be like.
idea.
If it's not
The
good
we-
weather,
Yeah, the weather.
that's an under.
The weather would have bothered me if they had Drew Brees, because they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. But
Yeah.
since they're running the ball, I don't care if it's raining, snowing, whatever. It's even better for the Saints, in my opinion.
Can I ask a question though? Does it make a difference if
Possibly.
what's his name
Trubisky?
Trubisky comes back?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, yeah, you have to say it's going to make a difference because even
Yeah.
though Trubisky's not a star quarterback, in my opinion, he's not the best quarterback. He's not even a good quarterback. He's a lot better than their backup.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's a starter, and so yeah, I think that does affect the game, but it's not scaring me even if he plays.
And you're taking
I'm
the
not scared.
Saints and the points?
I fear God. I don't fear anything else.
I forgot.
I'm taking the Saints plus points. What do you guys think?
I like
Okay.
that. I think depending on the weather, I'm gonna pick the Saints, but if the weather's bad,
All right.
under,
So
under 38.5, I would take that because the Saints didn't put up any numbers last week. The Bears, they put up numbers well in London, but when Trubisky's in, they don't put up shit. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it goes.
So those wondering about the weather, we have 63 degrees Fahrenheit,
For Sunday?
70% humidity out there in Chicago, and winds of 9 miles per hour. That's not bad at all. It should be good weather, fairly good weather out there in Chicago this weekend. There's no chance of rain. Oh, I'm sorry, I take that back. 20% chance of rain. Come on, that's really.
yeah.
It should be good weather. So
I'm taking the
BK, what you
Saints
taking?
plus 3.5. Also.
so both you and the Phenom are taking the Saints and the points, huh?
What do you think?
Yes.
No, okay. Well, hey, look, that's not a bad choice. Nobody likes the sides here. Not the sides. The over and under, 38.5. That's a mighty low number. Nobody's feeling froggy enough to leap on it, or what?
Yeah, I don't feel confident
I
in
like
either
the
offense, to be honest with you.
That's why I like the under because I don't feel
Yeah.
confident in the offense.
All right. Well, since both of you guys are taking the Saints, I'm going to go ahead and roll out with the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and lay down the wood.
You're
3.5
3.5 points.
3.5 points is not much.
The
I think
Bears.
this is something that Chicago should be able to cover, especially playing at home.
I just want to say that
After-
I see a dead man walking right now.
After an embarrassing
I
loss.
see a man who's just giving up on.
Hear me out. After an embarrassing loss in London against the Oakland Raiders.
Hey, don't
I
count
think,
the Raiders
I
out,
think
man.
you've had
Right.
enough beer.
So anyhow, I'm
I'm
laying
take
the
this away from you.
I'm
Yeah.
laying the wood down. I'm taking the Bears. Give me the 3.5. It's not a pick that I love, and then I'm going to go ahead and put 20 grand
He was
on.
laughing at my
200.
picks last week, man. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go over to the
So
Bears.
since you're tripping about this game, and you don't know what you're talking about. Let's go ahead and go to the next game, Joey. What are you talking about,
Alrighty,
man?
so I'm going to talk about the 49ers against the Washington Redskins. By the way, I hate the Redskins because they freaking lost me my parlay last week, okay? All you have to do was hold the die for 5 seconds and boom, game over. But they didn't. So anyways, I like the Niners this game. It's a high number, plus 10.5 for the Redskins, and over under is 42.5. I take the Niners because I feel like 10.5, that's kind of low for a shitty team like the Redskins. I mean, I think they're giving them a break because they one against the Dolphins,
But they beat the Dolphins, Joe.
I know, no,
Come
that's
on,
what I'm saying.
man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's not an impressive win. You won because they went for 2.
Yeah.
Not
And
only
they
not
missed.
only did they beat the Dolphins, they beat your pocket
They did.
this
Oh,
They
weekend.
did.
yeah.
They did.
That hurts.
And that's why I'm picking the freaking Niners to win this damn game. Niners have a great team, like we were talking about earlier. They're number 1 in pretty much every category.
Yeah, they're looking good right now.
So and their defense is just looking really scary too. So I take the Niners. They did put up points, and yeah, I'm taking the Niners this game. What about you guys? What do you guys
Wow.
think about this game?
Okay, well, pass it on to me. I'll take it. Again, you're looking at a 49er team that I still question the Niners. They are a good team. Don't get me wrong. They're playing great ball. They're coming together great. Offensively and defensively, they're playing well balanced ball, and I like their head coach. But 10.5 points, I think, is a lot of wood to lay down. You know what? I think they played their hearts out when they played Cleveland. I think they pumped themselves up, to play against the Rams and have their best game of the season so far. I think we may be looking at a letdown week by the 49ers. Now, I'm not saying they're going to lose. No trap game. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I do like Washington at home to cover the number.
Okay.
They're pretty much
Again,
out.
Washington,
Again,
all they need to do is cover that 10.5. I'm going to go ahead and you know what? I'm not going to be scared on this one. I'm going to go ahead and give me the Redskins. Again, I'm
This
not.
man already lost his parlay.
Look,
He lost. All right.
I'm not telling you.
We'll put an
Again,
L in
these
his
are
column real quick.
these are picks that the team is making.
Yeah, that's
We
fine.
got to
that's
make a
fine.
side here. These are
That's
not
fine.
my sexy
Sure.
picks. Everybody that listens to the podcast know who El Scorcho is. My blue chips have been fucking tremendous. 5-1. Every single time you put a bet down with my blue chips, you're raping the bookie.
Your blue chips are good, but your
All right.
your overall record, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm
Anyway,
gonna go ahead and
touch on the game. What's
yeah,
the
I'm
game?
gonna touch this game because look, I'm gonna throw out some little stats out there. If you follow trends, then you follow the money. All right, San Francisco, as an away team this year against the spread, is 3-0. 3-0.
Sheesh.
I just hear money coming into my bank account right now. I'm taking the 49ers. I'm hopping on with Joey. The Redskins, they did play a lot better last week. They won. They have a new head coach, an interim head coach. He looks like he has them going on the right direction, but come on now. The Niners,
I think his
His
mindset is there,
yeah.
but when they were playing on the field, because they were up 2 touchdowns against
The
the
Niners-
Dolphins, and they didn't come back
The
late.
Niners shut down.
Then they went against Fitzmagic, baby. Don't
The
forget about
Niners-
Fitzmagic. So
The Niners shut down Jared Goff. So if you can shut down Jared Goff, I'm pretty sure you can shut down Case Keenum, Colt McCoy. Who the fuck you gonna put in there? I don't give a damn.
it don't matter.
Fucking putting Dwayne Haskins. I don't care.
Again, could it be a letdown game though?
No,
Could it be a
I don't
letdown
see it.
game?
I think
No, not
the
close.
Niners have their head in the right place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they're overlooking any team right now. I see them beating the Redskins comfortably. I'm not even gonna watch this game because you're not gonna sweat it.
Yeah. All right. El Storcho got our third game. What
All
you
right, guys.
got?
Now, so here's
What
my
you got for
pick.
us?
All right, here's where I put my money, and my money is as good as gold. So the game that I'm eyeballing this weekend is Tennessee at home playing against the LA Chargers. LA Chargers traveling out to Tennessee. The line is Chargers plus 1.5. Over and under 38.5. At this point, I can't trust the Chargers. Phillip Rivers has been looking like trash. All right.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Melvin Gordon. Is he even on the team? I haven't heard him.
They're not giving him the
I haven't
chance.
heard anything.
If you give someone
about
the
Melvin
chance,
Gordon.
he's gonna
The thing is-
execute. But if
yeah,
you're not giving him
I
the
think-
chance, what do you
I think a
expect him
big
to
thing,
do?
a big thing of it is you can't be part of the game script when you're down 21-0. You're down 20-0.
Then you
have
got to
to
use.
get the ball and you got to throw Eckler in there because Eckler's a lot more explosive in the passing game.
Well, then you got to utilize him as a receiving running back. You got to use him out of the backfield catching balls. Either way, the only balls he's catching are these 2 balls hanging low right now.
Oh,
He's not
yeah.
doing anything these days. Also, another thing I want to point out: where the hell is Keenan Allen? Speaking of catching balls,
That-
has he been catching anything?
I don't know, but he can hold my jock strap.
Hey, this guy's been a ghost. This guy's been a ghost. Anybody owning him in fantasy football, let him go. Trade him for a bag of chips and I don't know, a Capri Sun or something. Fuck.
Maybe
Anyway.
a Mike's drink real quick. That's what I'm having right now.
Well, you know
Not
what?
sponsored, but
So anyway, again, we're looking at Tennessee Titans giving away 1.5 points. Tennessee's another team that is, my God, they're
Shit.
terrible.
Yeah,
They are terrible.
Shitty.
We don't even know who the hell's starting at quarterback this
Oh,
weekend.
nope.
So yeah,
They just announced it like 20 minutes ago.
About 20 minutes ago. Tannehill's gonna start.
Tannehill
the
will
game.
Tannehill. And you know what? With that said, here is my sexy pick.
All right,
And
tell
this
me.
is the reason why you guys should pick this pick. Go over 38.5. All right? The
I like
over 38.5. You know San Diego, not San Diego, I take it back. Anyway, San Diego, LA
They
Chargers,
wanna be
the
San
same
Diego.
old Chargers. They're the same old Chargers. They're trash. Anyways, Chargers are gonna find a way to get points up in there. All right, they will. They'll score some kind of way. They got that tight end back, Hunter.
Hunter Henry.
Henry Hunter.
Garbage time
So he's
touchdown
back.
yesterday.
We'll see how he
I
does.
lost my fantasy football game because of that man.
And Philip Rivers has to redeem themselves. 2 terrible games back to back against the Denver Broncos and against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you lose them bad. I mean, they got blown out of the water in both of those games.
Derrick Henry's gonna have a good
All right,
week.
so I'm expecting San Diego to come back, put up an effort and a good offensive show. I'm kind of leaning towards the Chargers to win this game, but I'm not going to make that my sexy
1.5?
pick. My sexy pick, my
That's
pick is
scary.
going to go out there and get the money, all right? And tell your girl to wear the red panties because you're going to get paid this night. Look, get Tennessee in the over 38.5. So far, the casino has them at 40, which means the money has been coming in. Take him on this card at 38.5. Anybody listening out there, listen to me. And again, I'm still waiting for that gift card, all right? 38.5. Make that an official pick for El Scorcho.
Yeah, I like the over 30.5. I think the start of the game's gonna be close. Gonna be battle of the shits, and then later on they're like, let's score now. They'll score some points like Chargers did last week, or Sunday night against the Steelers. They came back late in the game, score some points.
And especially now with Tannehill in there, I mean, things can only get better.
Yeah, I think
Things can only get
for sure
better. He can open up the
changes.
passing game.
Yeah,
And you still have, what's his name, the running back.
Derrick Henry.
There you go. Derrick Henry can still run the ball. He's still a
Yeah.
beast.
He's a beast. Yeah.
Along with that fucking raccoon or whatever. It looks like he's got a possum's tail hanging out of his fucking helmet. That's a horrible thing to have. But anyway, you should cut that shit
Lando,
off.
what do you
Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I absolutely hate losing money. Hate losing money, alright? So look, I like you guys a little over on the 38, but I can't trust the Titans.
You're gonna wish you're not trusting them to win the game for you.
Let me talk, fool. Let me talk. I got the floor here, man. Alright?
You get the mic.
I got the mic right here. Alright, so look. The over looks good for the Chargers. But with the Titans team to put up 0, a big old fat goose egg on the board last Sunday, maybe Denver's defense is just that good. Anyway,
Ooh, hold up.
side note.
Hold up, my guy.
I don't see the Titans putting up 10 points. All right, and the Titans have a really, really good defense. I think that's really slept on. They have a very, very good defense. Very good defense.
I think you're underselling them a little bit on offense too, dude. They have playmakers.
They have playmakers, but they got no quarterback. And when I smell this quarterback carousel going around, you know what? That spells trouble for the team. That spells trouble for the team, and their morale is going to be down.
But Tennessee's the kind of team.
They don't know what that's going on. They don't know who their starter is.
True.
So guess what? Safe pick, Chargers. They're going to bounce back. They know what they got with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah,
Phillip Rivers has struggled, but hey, you know what? Phillip Rivers always comes back. He's never down. All right.
I did mention that I
Like
kind of
you
like the
said,
Chargers,
yeah,
but
exactly,
I'm afraid I can't
Like
trust
you
them right
said.
now. I can't trust them with my
Like
money.
you said, I absolutely love making money. I'm taking the Chargers this game. That's where the money's at, in my opinion. And I don't like splitting my games either. So just give me the Chargers straight up. I'll take them.
All right, official.
Alrighty,
Chargers.
on to our fourth game.
Phenom
What
taking
you got
Chargers.
for us, man?
I got the fourth game right here. I think this is a little sexy matchup, a little divisional game between the Colts at home versus the Texans, which are the underdogs, plus 1.5. Over under is
Another
48.5. All right. So I'm gonna
Say that number again.
48.5 is the over under.
Wow, that's a big number.
I'm gonna lay some number down on you guys, some numbers down, some stats, just to go ahead and
I'm a numbers guy. Let me hear it.
yeah,
Let me hear
you
it.
know, I know you guys are into numbers. You're into the stats. Joey's a stats guy, like I
Mhm.
said. All right, so the last 4 games between these two teams, divisional games, have been 34, 26, 39, and 35
Combined?
combined.
Wow.
The over. on
Wait,
this-
have these games been played in Indy?
the last 4 games? So they're divisional.
Oh.
They play 1 game
Wow.
each
Okay.
in each place each
All
year.
right,
2
okay.
games every year.
Hey, those are stats.
Those are stats, right?
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers do not lie. And look, listen to this part too. The Colts' average points per game this year is 22. The Houston Texans have 27. That equals 49, but keep in mind that the Texans have a number on there that they put up against the Falcons, which is it's an outlier. It has not been like that every year, or has not been like that every
Every
game.
week.
They put up 53 points against the Falcons. So that's That's changing.
You can throw that stat out the window.
That's
I think
that's
last week
changing
you can't count
the
just
average.
how do you beat the Chiefs just for points. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
So the way I see it is this is an under game all day. 48.5 points is a lot of points to put up, and especially when you have a Colts team that's running the ball really well, they're playing really good defense, and you have the Texans who are also playing very good defense. I feel like this is an under game. What do you guys think about it?
I like the Colts this game.
I like your call on the under. I think I think there is value
Yeah.
there to be had.
I think the number. I like the numbers you brought out. I like that. But I think I'm gonna take the Colts this game. I like the Colts overall. I think for sure they have to bounce back from their loss. They didn't have they had a bye week last week. They lost the last game, correct? Against can't remember who they played against. But I think this is a game the Colts should win. It's only 1.5 point. Really, you just gotta win by a field goal. You're good. I don't care how close this game is. Win by a field goal, get the money.
You're basically
I don't
picking
really
them.
care. So I'm picking the Colts. Yeah.
All right.
That's
Well,
for
hey,
sure.
look.
What you
So,
got?
Yeah, Scorch, what do you think? Did I speak for you?
guys, yeah, no, you know what? No, I like your case here with the under 48.5. I also think that number's a bit high. I kind of like a
why I'm
side
going under,
more than I do a number here. I can see your number. I can see why you're taking the 48.5. I can also see why Joey is taking the Colts minus 1.5. Me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Colts. I like the Colts. I like their head coach. I think Frank Reich's gonna have him. He's gonna have him right.
He's gonna have him right.
He just had a bye week, and you know what? On top of that, everybody's underestimating the Colts defense. The Colts
Yeah.
have been playing great
They play
defense.
it.
All right,
They do.
let's not forget to put a beating on those Chiefs 2 weeks ago.
They
They were physical.
Yeah, that's the
They
one.
shut them down.
They were physical. All right, so they shut them down. They can go in there and play, and now they're playing at home, and
Sorry,
they're
they
only
didn't lose last week. They won. Sorry, I said they lost. They won. That's what I meant.
and they're only laying down 1.5 points. I mean, this is a no-brainer to me. Give me the home team against a divisional opponent, dude. Give me the Colts. I'll lay down the wood minus 1.5. Give me the Colts all day long. I'll take the Colts, baby.
Alrighty, so we got two Colts and an under. All pretty good picks. I would say those are pretty.
Yeah, they're like
pretty
again.
solid
I
picks.
got.
Anything to win you money. That's
Yeah.
for sure. So on to the fifth game, which is my game. I got the Oakland Raiders against the Green Bay Packers. Raiders are plus 6.5. The over under is 46.5. I don't have to do too much talking.
Where's the game at?
In Lambeau.
Okay.
It's in Green Bay.
Okay.
Raiders are on that little freaking 8-game road trip or whatever. Bull crap.
Mhm.
Anyways, I don't have to do too much talking. I'm taking the Raiders plus 6.5. I think they had a pretty impressive win against the Bears defense, which is pretty good. Green Bay, I don't think they have that strong of a defense. They played pretty well Monday night, but I think the Raiders have a better offense than what people expected. Nobody expected their offense to be as good. Waller's gonna go off. I think not go off. Sorry, Waller's gonna have a good game. Jacob's gonna have a good game. It is gonna be kind of hard to stop Aaron Jones. But another pick. If people aren't really want the Raiders this game, another option is the over on this game. In the sense of Devontae Adams playing. If Adams plays, I'll take the over. But since we're not sure with that turf toe injury, I'm gonna take the Raiders. I feel like all the Packers have is just Aaron Jones. I'm not gonna discredit their number 13. What's his name? Like Lazard or something like that, or Laser, something like that. I can't remember his name. But he's a pretty good wide receiver for them. He made a big play yesterday. So I'm gonna take the Raiders plus 6.5. What do you guys think? El Storcho, the Phenom. Which one?
So on this one, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is easy picking for me. This was in the running for me to be a blue chip. I'm taking the Raiders plus 6.5 points. They are playing Green Bay. Playing East Coast game early in the morning is usually tough for any West Coast team. But I think that they played the Bears really tough in London. And if you can win in London, you could probably win in the East Coast. I would say.
I think the Raiders. They're not a bad. People what they have on the team, all the shit that happened with AB. Raiders are actually a pretty good team. They lost to the Chiefs. They held them scoreless up for 3 out of 4 quarters. It was just that same quarter they went off, and then after that, they just didn't score.
So you guys find value?
I'm taking the Raiders not because of their defense. I'm taking the Raiders because of their offense, and I'm taking it because of Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's been that good this year. I think
his
he's been overrated.
QB rating is pretty low.
I think he's been overrated at times. He's not been putting up the numbers. The key to this game is going to be for the Raiders to stop Aaron Jones. I think if they can stop Aaron Jones, they can possibly beat the Packers. But anyway, give me the points, 6.5. That's not taking.
Does anybody know if Devontae Adams is playing?
No, I think he's still questionable for.
He's questionable still. Huh? Okay.
He's already missed 2 games. Could probably miss another. See, that's another thing. That's up to the Packers. Do you want them 100% later on in the year? Or do you want them right now to win a game? But I don't know. We'll see later in the week. That the line may change because of that. But what do you take on this game?
So far we have the Oakland Raiders this season going up 3-2 against the spread, and on the other side of the ball we have Green Bay going 4-2. Look, bottom line is Oakland has been on the road quite a bit this season. Okay, going to London, going to different places. They haven't been home.
Minnesota.
And you know what? I don't see the value like you guys see it there with the Oakland Raiders. You know, I'm not a cheap whore. I don't shop at the fucking dollar store, and I'm not gonna take that line. I'd rather drop the touchdown. Give me Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Give me Green Bay at home minus the wood 6.5. I'll lay it down.
Wow.
Give them to me. Make it official for El Scorcho.
Wants to lose again. Sheesh, you want to go what? 1 for 6 like I did that 1 week?
Again, you're talking to El Scorcho.
All right, so we have 2 Raiders and then the Packers. So on to that's it for Game 5.
No.
Now on to Game 6. El Scorcho, what you got for us?
All right, guys. So I got another juicy matchup for you guys. I have the Baltimore Ravens traveling out to the Seattle Seahawks. All right. So the line on this game, Seattle minus 3.5, over and under 51.5. Seattle's coming back. Seattle's coming in off an impressive win against the Cleveland Browns.
Unimpressive?
Very impressive win.
Impressive.
They were underdogs. They were down at one point. Matter of fact, we had them on our card.
Yes.
They came back to cover, and not only cover, but win the game outright.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good sign of a good team. All right.
Hey, Wilson's having an MVP. He still has no interceptions, man.
I was just gonna go there. The only thing that worries me about Seattle is the fact that they don't have a running game. They don't have a good team around them. Russell Wilson doesn't even have an offensive line to protect him and give him time to throw the ball. He makes everything happen on his own.
I think he's going to get pretty tough defense.
This man is a one-man team. He can carry the team on his shoulders. That's what he's been doing. However, playing at home and laying down 3.5 points. I've said it all along. If I'm able to catch Baltimore at all this year with points, I'm going to take them. Especially if you give me more than a field goal, which in this case I'm catching 3.5. I got to roll with Baltimore. Not that Baltimore's a great team, but I do think they have a good coach. I think their offense is decent enough to keep teams off balance. And let's face it, Seattle's defense is not what it used to be a couple years ago. They're not your father's Seattle Seahawks from years past. All right, they've lost a lot of key players. They're struggling on offense at times. You see them falling behind to the Cleveland Browns on the road, yet able to come back and make plays to win the game. But a lot of that is you got to ask yourself: is it them making the plays, or was it Cleveland shooting themselves in the foot?
Oh yeah, but then it's like, okay, we say, all right, it's the Browns. Yeah, Browns doing Brown shit. But I think with the problem with the Browns, they don't have it together yet. They just have a bunch of just like, all right, go play. It's like, let's get used to it, and then. But I think next year, if they still have the same team, then I think they'll be better. But
I think the problem with the Browns, to be realistic,
they're not a bad team. It's just
to be real with you, is their head coach Kitchens. That's what he's going to be working at the end of the season, the fucking kitchen. Because you know what? The guy's not going to be able to hold on to his job. They're going to want answers. How did Cleveland go fucking 4-12 with this talent on paper? How?
Yeah.
He's not going to have answers. You know what? Again, to me,
that's
I like Seattle. I'm a big believer in Seattle and all that, but
they just have those people on their team that's like, all right, go do something. They have no chemistry, no communication. That's
anyway. That's the Browns. The Browns is a separate story. We're talking about the Seahawks right now with the Ravens. And again, I'm going to go ahead and take the Ravens. Give me the points. I'm going to make that an official pick for El Scorcho. And matter of fact, you know what? That's going to be the blue chip for El Scorcho this week.
You know what? I'm going to take Seattle plus 3.5 just because. Seattle, they're a good team. They're at home. They play pretty well at home. They're 5-1. Wilson's just having an MVP year. I think it doesn't matter what you throw at him. He's gonna have a great year. I think this week he might throw an interception because Ravens have a pretty decent defense. They've been stopping pretty well. So I think Seattle plus 3.5.
All right, see how you guys are both jumping on sides here. Like I said, this game can go either way. I can see Seattle winning. I can see the Ravens winning.
Expect rain.
3.5 points is
Expect
about-
rain.
Expect rain, guys. It's gonna be raining.
Man, why?
Just letting
Man,
you guys
I'm
know.
not- I'm
Expect rain.
I'm
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you, Phenom.
Here's the thing. I was about to bring this into this because I'm making my pick sound sexy. I'm making it sound like this is the right pick. God damn, Scorcher, why you talk when you got the mic, man? Don't talk when I'm about. Don't talk when
I own the mic. I own the mic.
Hey, man. Anyway, all right. So check it out. Like you said, it is gonna be raining in Seattle. You know what number I see on there that I do not like at all? 51.5. Woo! Give me the under all day.
Yeah.
The Ravens.
That's a good pick.
The Ravens have slowed down these past few weeks, 4 weeks, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, the last 2 games against the Bengals and against the Steelers and against the Browns. Keep in mind these teams they're not good totals. They're not good defenses. They got very average defenses. 17 to the Bengals, 23 to the Steelers, 25 to the Browns. Each week we've gone lower and lower and lower.
Yeah.
All right, Seattle is the kind of team that's not going to go out there and they're not going to embarrass you. They're going to go ahead and they're going to get their lead, be comfortable, run the ball, kill the time, and win the game. Pete Carroll does not like to fuck around, man. He likes to win.
Yeah.
the
You
games.
see that man sidelines? He is focused. He is not distracted.
I smell the
on field.
under. I smell the under all day. Like I said, I love making money. If you want to make money with me, take the under.
All right. That's
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up the pick 6 segment. All right.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I like our picks.
I feel like this is gonna be another week, and we're gonna come back next Wednesday or Tuesday, whenever we have time to film this shit, and we're gonna be like, you know what, we had a really good week. Cause guess what, this is a card with a lot of value.
I see value
I see some
in this
easy.
card.
I see some easy pickings.
I
But
see
you know what,
fortune
guys, we
in
hadn't
it.
even talked about our blue chips yet. Let's get to that the blue chip segment. all right?
Alrighty, so I'm gonna start off the blue chip segment. Right off the bat, going off for the Raiders. My blue chip's gonna be the Raiders plus 6.5. Like Manda was pointing out, I trust their offense more than their defense. So, yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say. Just the Raiders. Hit the Raiders, baby.
Yeah, you kind of touched on that already. I like that pick too.
Yeah.
Scorcher, you want me to go? Okay, yeah. He's not ready for this.
He's not ready to.
He's not ready. Guess what? You know
I had
what?
to clear my throat.
Guess what? I'm always ready. I'm always ready to make money. Always. This week, I see easy money. Blue chip has the Vikings and the Lions on the over. Written all over it, baby. All over it. The Vikings points per game this year is 25. The Lions points per game this year is 24. What does that equal?
Yeah.
49.
21.
21? Okay, anyway, we're playing inside of a dome. And guess what? Inside of a dome means no weather is going to be a factor. These offenses are going to be some explosive offenses with Dalvin Cook on the Vikings side. And, of course, hey, you know what? Kirk Cousins is actually looking like a quarterback now. You see him
Yeah.
throwing dimes out there to Stephon Diggs.
Boy had a hat trick. Yeah.
And, of course, like we said, you know what? The Lions, Matthew Stafford, that's my favorite quarterback right there, man. I know he puts up points. Give me the over. This is easy money. Like I said, I love making money. I don't like sweating these games out. I'm taking the
I like
over.
that. I like
Scorcher,
that.
what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, no. Hey, look, I'm nodding my head because, yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
Huh?
I like that pick. I like that pick a lot. Matter of fact, I was going to make an official move on that. I did say that the Ravens was a blue chip of mine. That's how much I like that pick, okay? If I have to throw a blue chip out there other than my Ravens,
Go with your heart, man.
I like the Ravens.
Yeah,
But
go
you know
with
what?
the
I was originally going to go ahead and call that. You know how I am on Minnesota. Minnesota's away from home. I've been saying it. Minnesota at home to me has been a golden nugget, dude. Just giving
straight
me,
out of Joey's
just
ass.
literally,
Man,
just
be on my
literally,
ass this time.
literally giving
You know.
money. You know what? I mean, it's more reliable than fucking child support. Coming into a single woman's fucking pocket. Seriously,
Hey, no lie. The
They get you
spread
paid.
this year at home is 3-0.
the Vikings
Yeah.
have been getting people paid at home. And look, here's
Hey, but
why
they're
I
not at
looked.
home this week.
I know, but this is the reason why I looked at this game.
Hey, but they're in the dome.
I was going to say that. Here's the
Yeah,
reason why I
well.
looked at this game.
So
They're
that's
playing in
awesome.
Detroit,
Yes.
control environment, a dome, artificial turf. Again, the Vikings defense and their team has been built to, run on speed and everything. Just like I always say about the Saints at home, right? Same thing. You got the same thing, except that they're traveling out to Detroit. Detroit's a hungry fucking team right now.
Especially after Monday
After
night.
the way that they got robbed on Monday night, are you kidding me?
Straight rivalry right there.
Hey, they're going to come in and they're going to fucking put their best effort. I don't know if it's going to be good enough to beat the Vikings. And again, I don't know if the Vikings are good enough to beat the Detroit Lions, a hungry team at home. But I do like a shootout. I expect a shootout. I expect more than 44 points combined between these two teams. Dude, I love your pick. Great pick. You got me there. I can't even say shit about that pick. And I'm not going to go ahead and fuck this card up by trying to give you guys free shit or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with my blue chip, which is the Ravens. Take the 3.5. Something in me tells me to fucking take them. And you guys know me. When something when something
Yeah,
tells me to put money on something,
yeah,
I do it,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a good pick. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. I think Raw set.
Yeah,
Raw.
guys, thank you for tuning
Yeah.
in once again to Sportsworks Podcast. This is week 7, and hopefully you guys can go ahead and pray for Joey this week. Hopefully he hits his first
Oh
blue
my
chip.
goodness, please
I
do
think
that.
I think it might actually finally hit. He's got a
Hey,
good
we
pick.
said that shit last week, and that shit.
Anyway, guys.
This man needs to be cleansed with sage or something.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, don't let the
Don't
players be the
be the
only
only
ones
ones
to
to
get
get
paid.
paid.
By the
baby.
way, for all my basketball fans out there, next week basketball season starts. Be on the lookout for a little episode of a podcast. So, all right then, I'll see you guys next week. We'll all see you guys next week for week 8, and wish us luck and good luck to everyone else. Bye.